Because the Hawaii publishing industry is dominated by a few presses, many books on Hawaii fall through the cracks. Here's a biased and unscientific list of some of the greatest and most underrated books from a self-described book Hawaiian, me. This is quite different from the list of greatest Hawaiian books. See my blog, The Umiverse, as many are written by non-Hawaiians and published outside of Hawaii. These are in no order. Moʻolelo no Kamehameha by Joseph Poepoi. As I said previously, apparently Deshe plagiarized, if such a concept exists in Hawaiian thought, from Poepoi, whose work is yet to appear in published form or in translation. It is still a valuable supplement to Kamakao's account of Kamehameha's conquests. Kamehameha School's Press English translation is called Kamehameha and His Warrior Kekuhopio. Turning Tide, the Ebb and Flow of Hawaiian Nationality, Niklaus Schweitzer. This is one of the most underrated and hard to find gems on Hawaiian history and contemporary politics. Mainly because it was published in Switzerland, it didn't get anything like the circulation it deserved. Schweitzer writes that many think or wish they had thought about the state of suspension that the Hawaiian kingdom finds itself in. I still quote one of his phrases in my writing: the Hawaiian movement is evolutionary rather than revolutionary. That is, it is building the infrastructure of a nation within the current paradigm, rather than trying to topple it. Inventing Politics, A Political Anthropology of the Hawaiian Kingdom by Yuri Mikkonen. Mikkonen was, like me, a PhD student in political science at UH Manoa. Unlike me, he was a complete outsider, quietly dug through archival documents, summarizing what seems like thousands of pages and synthesizing it into some of the most cogent thoughts on the kingdom's legal and intellectual infrastructure in the 19th century. No Ke Kalai Aina, William Richards. This is not exactly underrated among scholars, but I have yet to find a complete copy in the UH system. This was more than a translation of Francis Wayland's Elements of Political Economy. It was a conceptual translation of the system of capitalism for the chiefs in the 1830s. Change We Must, Nana Viri. One of the most unlikely books to appear in print. Viri, a full-blooded Hawaiian who looks like my grandmother, shows the insights of and connections between Hawaiian culture and Zen Buddhism. This unusual synthesis of East and Pacific offers an alternative to Christian syncretic efforts. Water of Life, a Jungian journey through Hawaiian myth by Rita Knipe. Knipe compares two of the traditions I'm most interested in, Hawaiian culture and the psychological work of Carl Jung. Like Joseph Campbell, Jung showed the deeper psychic meanings of mythologies, and psyche, everyone seems to have forgotten, means soul. Pacific Gibraltar by William Morgan. Makana Risser-Chai reviewed the book on my blog, saying, although there were problems with the book, beginning with the title, subtitle, and cover, the strength of this book is as a compendium of primary source documents, primarily on the movements of the USS Boston and its troops, the correspondence of U.S. Minister John Stevens, the Blunt and Morgan reports, and the congressional debates about annexation. Written by a professor at the U.S. Marine War College, this book changed my understanding of history. If you like this video and want more Hawaiian history content, please subscribe to the Moʻolelo Channel and check out the Umiverse on WordPress. Mahalo nui. Thanks for watching.